Welcome. It's just math, y'all. Here we are. We're going to go over some special cases and some fraction equations. So let's get started. Okay, so our first one, this is not the right page. Let's see if I can get on the right page. Okay, so here we go. So the first one, stop the video and copy down the steps. And then we're going to keep looking and referring back to these steps as we get through because the steps are going to stick with us. All right, this first equation, the steps number 1 says to simplify each side first. Well, these sides are simplified, so we get to skip step 1. Now we're going to go to step 2. Using add or subtract, get the variable terms on one side. So I like my variables on the left. You can choose yours to the right. It does not matter. But that means I need to remove the 6x. Now I'm going to subtract the 6x on both sides. Here we go. And that gives me 2x. Bring down the minus 7. Bring down the equal sign. This is 0. And then minus 11. So that's step 2. I subtracted 6x on both sides. Now I'm going to do step 3. Using add or subtract to get the numbers on the other side. Well, that would be the right side for my problem. So here's the number 7, negative 7. I'm going to add it to both sides. And that's going to get the numbers on the other side. So this is now 0. And so I have 2x left. And then negative 11 plus 7, that's going to give me a negative 4. All right, last step says multiply or divide by the number on the variable. The number on my variable is a 2, so I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. And that's going to give me a 1. A 1x is just x, and negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. And so there is my answer. Now, you could do right and left. You can change the sides. You can check it by putting it into the problem. Let's go ahead and check it. You don't have to check all your problems, but if I check it, I take negative 2 and put it in. Be 8 times negative 2 minus 7. Is that really equal to 6 times negative 2 minus 11? So that's negative 16 minus 7, which is negative 23. And this is negative 12 minus 11, which is also negative 23. So it checks. So negative 2 is, in fact, my answer. Okay, so now we're going to do this next one really quick. Go ahead, stop the video, see if you can do it on your own, by yourself, and then come back and see if you get it right. Okay, first step. I'm going to simplify each side. So that means I'm going to multiply using the distributive property. This is 2 times everything in parentheses. So that's 2 times 5x, which is 10x, and 2 times a positive 20, which is 40. And then this other one is 6 times the parentheses, so that's going to equal 12x, and 6 times 4 is 24. So that's the simplify part. Step 2. Using add or subtract, get the variables on one side. Okay, so here's my variable on, I want this one to go away. So I'm going to subtract the 12x on both sides of the equal sign. That's 0. And I get 24 on the right. and I'm going to get a negative 2x plus 40 on the left. Okay, now using add or subtract, I'm going to get the numbers on the other side. So I'm going to minus 40 on both sides. And as I do that, I'm going to have a negative 2x is equal to a negative 16. Okay, and then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. And x is equal to 8. Okay, now I didn't write down all my steps this time, but I did the same steps, and I could check it. I take the 8 and I put it into the original problem and see if it works out. See if it really is equal. So this is going to give me 40 plus 20, which is 60. And that's to be multiplied by 2. So on the left, I get 120. And on this next one, I get 16 plus 4, which is 20, times 6. Up, that's also 120. You can check that using your calculator. Okay, this is just regular advanced equations. All right, so let's try. Go ahead and stop the video. And here's example 3. I'm going to come back and work example 3 in just a minute. Y'all go ahead and see if you can get it done, because it's just math.